Wow, that was some inconsistent audio, wasn't it? God, this is like my theme song, isn't it? Okay, I got this. It's hearing every third note off tones like a second or two too late. It's cute. I'm trying to figure out where the cranberry yarn I had was. I had it. I'm gonna grab another skein bucket. Oh, there it is. It went under the. Got it. Found it. Hello. How are y'all? I was so neat and organized right up until the last second. Let me get the music turned down. I got to remember that the music on this is so inconsistent. The sound levels, anyway. How are y'all doing? It's been a while. Uh, been doing things. Um, been uh, been separating out things, getting them a little bit easier to understand for everybody. Um, starting a second stream, basically. Uh, Hippie, if we could go ahead and get a shout out for the Gen X Jukebox. So the Gen X Jukebox is basically what we were doing here when we weren't streaming, which is if I'm not streaming here, then it's constantly doing 24/7 of some type of music, usually with a theme. We used the singing avatars for a while. That seemed to go over well. We're deciding a voice for it right now. It's leaning a lot toward EDM and the variety stuff that I've come across. The most popular seems to be the shuffle, which is to play everything. So we're working on that. If I'm not streaming here, that's on. So feel free to go ahead and give that a follow and go check it out. But you didn't come here to talk about my music. You came here to talk about crochet. But guess what? It's my fucking show. So we have an entire section where we were doing the avatars singing over there as their own show for a while. And some of the people that we knew actually thought those were AI. And I'm still trying to figure out how to take that. Cause like I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the quiet part here. That's me. Um, that's an avatar program called Animes, and I worked for a long time to get the intonations and everything puppeted just right. And yeah, I go through and create those. We have about 190 of them. I want to get up to 300 before we go with the bigger presents. So I've made a disclaimer for that. Um, and we had our drawing. We are slow and tardy in getting those things out, but that's because well, Hippie's been busy and I've been irresponsible. So that's pretty much your list. That's who you're backing with this horse. Um, Anything else going on? Not so much with me. How are you guys doing? DB, I was talking to him earlier today. He was over on the Gen X jukebox, and I let him know about that. Some of my employees were affected in New York, and that was a bit of a weirdness. Can we go ahead and get a shout out for DB and his channel because he's playing Baldur's Gate 2 right now. He is hilarious, like right out of the gate. DB spawns, walks up to the first character and shoves him. Just hi, don't know you. Just walked up, don't like you. Give me your lunch money. Um, he's a longtime friend of the stream. He's getting his own stream started. It's in its infancy, so he's really looking for followers. We're going to be shouting him out a lot. He's a scream. Yeah, I can. I can just hear Hippie over in the corner because I answer him a lot, not just in text, and she gets the best of all worlds with that because there's apparently an interplay that she just really enjoys. Anyway, 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 today in history. Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to talk about what we're going to do first, or do you want to talk about today in history? Today in history is going to be kind of brief but very satisfying. Okay, Hippie says today in history. Chat has 5 seconds to say something else. Okay, so that's 5 seconds real time. I've given it some allowance. We'll do today in history. Today in history, in 1999, 25 years ago today, I was sitting in my living room working on a project for work. Had a lot of paperwork in front of me, and I was watching a live feed from a local amusement park called Busch Gardens. Um, and they had just made this. Hippie remembers this, and and they had just made this new spectacular roller coaster called Apollo's Chariot, and the advertising for it had been everywhere, and every time they have an advertising for it, it's always no, it was Apollo's Chariot. You can Google it. I'm with certainty because I remember that was the reason they got him. It was Apollo's Chariot, and there was a guy who was you're ahead of me on this. The chat's let's go. There was a male model at the time named Fabio, and Fabio was amazing. Like just at rest, as long as he didn't talk, he was one of the most attractive men in the history of the world. And and he talked and he had this huge accent. Like if I was European, I'd probably still think he was hot. But then you go, that is good, yeah. It's just bad. It made Arnold Schwarzenegger sound, like clearly legible. So they put him on, and he's only going to ride once. But as the promotional thing, as the first ride of Apollo's Chariot, they've got this male Adonis figure. I want to give you the full impact of this. Let me look up a picture of Fabio. I'm just gonna Fabio this. Um, okay, this is a good one. Yeah, I can just pick one. I went through Google image search. Let me click this. We'll just, yeah, we'll do. Can we do this one? Yes. There we go. That's Fabio. That's that is That is Fabio. Even his hair is amazing. You see what I'm saying? That's the guy. He was on every the cover of every romance novel. He was in movies and never said a line. He was Mr. Eye Candy. Okay. So what they do, they've got Apollo's Chariot, they've got this Greek god of a dude, and what they're doing for promotional things is the lamest shit I have ever heard of in my life. They are going to have him take the first ride, and it's so dumb. It's like, who fucking cares? It's a roller coaster. It's not like he's going down to see the Titanic with five rich people. It's a roller coaster. Like an engineer checked this thing out this morning to make sure it was safe, right? So they put him on, and and it's on TV for some reason. Like they must have paid to have all this live coverage because there was no news involved with this. It was just there, and he goes click, 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 click up the first one, jets down the second one, goes zipping up the top one, and they had placed this roller coaster right next to a lake, and apparently a duck didn't see the right of way sign and flew right in front of the cars, and Fabio bought this duck in the face, like right in the grill. Like someone needs to clip this when I do this, because hold on, uh, there were pictures. um, I mean, okay, so this is if you're sensitive to blood, he busted his nose really good. But you saw the picture. You saw him, Greek god, right? 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 His face is everything about him, and he's here to advertise this little rinky-dink roller coaster in this podunk Williamsburg thing. No, it was a duck, I believe. But it was I remember it was a bird and it came from the lake. And blammo! Yeah, it was opening. It was the opening. It was the beginning of the year, Apollo's Chariot. Now there's Mr. Eye Candy with a schnoz full of oh my god. Fuck that guy. I'm so sorry, but you could not have planned anything like that. If I wrote that into a book, everyone would go, no, that's too unbelievable. Could never happen. Today in history, 25 years ago today in Williamsburg, Virginia. That was his blood too. It was both. It was both. It was both. It broke his nose. He required surgery after that. His insurance policy for his face was activated. Um, he was insured by Lloyd's of London for obvious reason. The man was a male model. I mean, a very successful male model, and I'm not going to fault the man because we saw the picture of him. Let's get another picture of Fabio when he's not like all janked up. Hold on. It's Fabio Lanzoni is his name. But like even with aging, let's age him. Let's look at him modern. This is how he looks now. That's not bad. That is not bad. He's in his 60s, yo. Like good for him. Good for him. But man, he was everywhere and he just oh, oh, I could not stop laughing. I was just peeling with laughter. I could not see for 2 days. But no, it's the kind of body that he had. Hold on. One moment. Let me try this. Yes. There we go. That's 27 hours a day worth of work, even if you have good genetics. That's going to see your hairdresser. That's being metrosexual before it was cool. Plus the genetics. That bird fee diddly fucked his shit up. I honestly was afraid that he'd messed up his orbital socket or something because of the way it but yeah, a good 30 miles an hour bird to the face. All I could think of at the time was just what was going through his head. It must have been like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, fucking roller coaster." All right, so what are we doing today? Yeah, I just thought I'd share that with everybody. My memory's funny sometimes. Um, but yeah, yeah, that happened. Um, let's see. Since we're doing the news show portion, one other thing I became aware of today. I'm not very, I'm not very political on this channel. I'm not taking sides on anything. I'm just going to share one tidbit that I found out today, and that is that Kyle Rittenhouse failed the ASVAB test completely, like to the point where even the Marines wouldn't take him. Holy shit, man! The the Marines objectively like stickers and crayons. I mean, this is truth. They have the lowest qualification score. I thought if you spelled your name right on the ASVAB test, you got in. Honestly, honestly, I knew that the Air Force would kick it. I'm not gonna lie, I did really well on the ASVAB test, but holy shit. And then I found out the rest of the story. Apparently, he dropped out of high school at the beginning of ninth grade. So, that would play into it a bit, I think. So, not the brightest bulb. Anyway, so I made this before, and this was the prototype. This is what I used to put my yarn in, and I really like this. I did this by making a base starting 2 points and then doing each one in the round, alternating which one I was working on at a time, but they're basically interweaving. We're going to step that up this time. I'm going to make a bag, and we're going to go with 3 colors alternating this. But since it's not going to be for me, we're not going to go with the red black. Red black is my jam. as if you maybe haven't noticed from every scene we've ever done on here. Um, but the first color that we're going to be working with is going to be pink. I don't know how well this is going to show up, but we're going to give it the old college try. We're going to be dealing with pink. Then the next color we're going to be going over to is purple, sort of a light purple. And I'm very low on darker purple, but I am going to be going with a the cranberry is what I refer to this as the third one. So the stripes will be about this width, and it will start with the white base, and then it will go like pink, light purple, cranberry, pink, light purple, cranberry, all the way up. And it should progress fairly quickly. Um, so for the base, with these bases, I'm always concerned about strength. So you'll get a lot of people starting bags with they'll do a single chain and then have two split offs from that chain. That that's relying a lot on the strength of the yarn. So what I do is I do a disc at the bottom. This is the one where you make a circle and then consistently increase it at the right rate to get a roughly flat surface. That's what I've got in play here. On the last one, on this one, I went ahead and did a back loop only to get a crease on there. I don't think I did not do that on this one, and we're not going for it because I'm going for a more rounded edge. With the weight and weight of yarn that I'm using and the way I'm doing it, it's going to bulge out a little bit anyway. So I'm going to go for that little curve here. And what I've ended up doing is this is the base that I pre-made for this. I decided you didn't want to see me doing this as the entire first show. To get this, what I did was I made a chain of 4, slip stitch to the end of it to make a loop. I started off with 8, then increased every row, then did 1 stitch and increase, repeat. Then I did 2 stitches, increase, repeat, 3 stitches all the way up to 13. So, but what I did was I was eyeballing it and just continually working out. Um, so I was thinking about the Cheshire Cat effect, and with that I would have gone with the black, but I've got like 1 skein of black left, and I'm holding on to that. But yeah, it's I could do something like that in the future. With that, actually Tough Cat, I would go for a thicker stripe for the Cheshire Cat because they're awesome that way. Okay, so this is just mundane. All I've done is I've crocheted over, and at the point where it stopped, I slip stitched, tied off, and worked them in here. So we've just got a shitload. And the beauty of this type of project is I don't need to count. I'm going to be working in the round times 3. The only thing that's going to be concerning is going 1 for 1 on it and getting everything started. Now, it would be bad to start off all in the same place because then you go boom, 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 and then you have 2 thick stripes coming up on top of each other right here and coming around, and it would be sort of hard to get each one individually up over the hump. So what I do is I space them out. I'll do 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here, and then just crochet, take turns crocheting each of them over. I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook. We're using worsted weight yarn. We have the standard BTV Avatar singers going on. Hold on. I like this song and it was too low for it. Do 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 do. Okay, there we go. Sing. Thank you. Okay. I'm a bit rambly today. That's fine. That's because I needed a nap, and instead of nap, I decided to stream. So I had what we call caffeine. It's a balance that I have to do. I don't want to grow up, so I refuse to switch to cocaine like an adult. Um, Okay, so this is easy peasy. All we have to do is we've got a sealed off disc here. I could practically use this as a floppy frisbee. Don't want to say that out loud too many times. Someone will make a band name that shit and I won't get any money. So all we're going to do is we're just going to randomly pick a spot here, go in through, going to make sure we're under both of those ridges. We're going to pull him through and we're going to tie this bad boy off in just a second. Well, it's going to take us just a second to tie him off. Oh, that just came apart. Okay, so Velma has not been as good of a girl as I thought she's been. Let me. Apparently the apparently the cat tried to save this yarn for me. Either that or the yarn was planning a rebellion, and that rebellion got squashed. She is Spartacus. All right. I was wondering why. Okay. She normally does not succumb to the temptation. That's the only reason it caught me that off guard. Okay. So what I'm doing, actually, we'll do it together real quick. Poking through. Then I'm just going to throw the yarn on that hook, pull it through. Pick a spot. Now we don't have to get it real tight, but we want it to stay. When the ritual. Get it down to about where our hook is. And for anybody out there who really knows how to crochet, you're probably like biting your own face at how bad I'm doing right now. This is self-learned. Besides, get your own goddamn stream. I'll watch it and buy your merch. All right, so it's tied off to itself, so it's just a suggestion at that point. Like I could pop this right out by pulling on that, and that's just a little bit of tension. But what I'm going to do to add to that is I am going to lay that thread, that yarn down, and I'm going to work over it. I'm going to get you a little closer to the action on this one. I have the technology. I can rebuild him, make him stronger, faster than he was before. All right. So we're just going to lay that yarn right on top. And however you want to hold your hands to keep that happening, the movement on everything else is just going to be the exact same. We're going for a single crochet stitch. So I'm going to come through, hook that yarn, going around, and all the action is happening around that yarn we're laying down. Then when we pull through and pull down, it's on top. I've got to go through and standardize the sound on these. Then we'll do it again. I'm going to get a couple in there. Now, if you look, that looks like it's got good sense. So we've started off, we've got that, and we've got it tied off on both sides. We're going to go ahead and cover that. And once we cover our tail, we can actually start the next piece of yarn. But yeah, Fabio's face just covered in blood. That was blood and gore. It was beautiful. It was a thing of beauty. I adored it so much. The only thing that would have made me happier was if Christina Aguilera had given Britney Spears chlamydia. Okay. So that tail is all covered up. And we are off to the races with that purple. Okay. So the purple is the middle. We're going to go under the purple with the pink. So we're just going to arbitrarily pick a spot here. So this way it'll be the pink laying down and then the purple going over top of it, making sure to get our order right since we're working with 3. Going to do the exact same thing again. We're going to pull through. I'm going to do that same arbitrary shit that I made up because I thought it was cool. We just get that in a loop format so I can work it. Sorry? Thank you. Okay, so we're going to pull that through. Good Lord, what? Okay, there we go. Scuba Lou's channel is definitely one to check. We've got an ad break incoming. I'm going to snooze it because why not? Snoozed for 5 minutes on those ads. You are welcome. Okay, so what I've done is I've just pulled in that loop. I don't know why this is showing so bright, but got that loop. I'm just going to get a little bit of a thing here to put tension on there and make it a bulbous tip so it doesn't slide out quite so easy. And there's that tail that we're going to weave in. And that weave in is going to be what holds it in place. So I'm going to go in the first one, holding it on top. So yeah, I was also looking at other people's streams because that's something I do. You know, I'm a I'm a metropolitan kind of guy, but I was looking at other people's streams, seeing what's going on, and I saw GG Jack. Right now, GG Jack is playing Stardew Valley. I'm going to be utterly honest with you. I find Stardew Valley tedious. Not my thing. It's Minecraft with a new coat of paint. It's a game that should be filed under I don't get it. But, you know, to each their own. Good for you if you enjoy it. But he also does paracord. So I've been lurking his stream for a while, and I'm watching for him to start doing paracord work because when I was a kid, paracord and macrame were the things to do. Like in the 70s, macrame was everywhere, dude. Like you couldn't get away from it. Plant hangers fucking everywhere. I think there was an entire industry around those glass discs that you put in the center of those things to make a little hangy down end table thing. They sold them through Avon or something. My mom had like 15 of those. Um, but no, I'd be interested in giving that a twirl and seeing what that was about. I just don't know enough about paracording. Um, I've also been debating uh, doing a genuine study project and live streaming that in place of a craft thing, but I'd have to look into the logistics of it as well. The forerunner on that one was locksmithing courses, like actually learning to be a locksmith online on Twitch, and you know maybe or maybe not teaching everybody how to pick locks at the same time. That could be a very punk thing for me to do, I think. but I'm open to suggestions. My whole thing is no matter what I pick, if I do end up caring about it, I will care about it for a very brief period of time, and then every my entire opinion of it will be based on what other people around me think of it. 100%. I have no sense of self, so it's just like, well, do you enjoy it? Yeah, it's not the point. Doesn't do anything for me. Okay. So we're doing the same thing again. It's very simple to do this. This is not rocket science, not rocket surgery, as I've formerly said. Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, he getting steak. Getting steak night. What level is he up to? 15, almost 16. Goodness. Oh no, I liked him looking like that though. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, keeping the dark color. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'm not hating that look. I am not hating that look. Not gonna lie, I have not fought him with any battled him with anyone because I don't want to lose that crown. Tough Cat'll beat me up. I think the light is correcting a little bit. I'm going to think that's the right level, maybe. Yes. Okay, we'll try with that. All right, so we've got the third one started. And there's where we are. Okay, so we have the disc. We've got the three color portions, and on each time I'm done with them, I'm pulling them out. They're all using the same hook, very important. You want to use the same hook, the same tension, the whole nine. So the only problem that is going to be managing the three pieces of yarn. So I'm going to put one up here on the keyboard, one to my left and one to my right. Okay, so that should work. We are going to start with the pink, I think. There we go. Okay, we got ads going on right now. If you don't see ads, have some sympathy for those who do. No spoilers. And I do have an eye for having this bag go up for the raffle. The give me that thing raffle on the well, the weekend of the 30th, which would actually be the 4th, I think. I think that's how we're going to do it. I'm not sure. So much stuff is up in the air. That's on me. This is where I tie it off. It is not a full loop. Ow. Okay, 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 okay. Haha. So although I did not get a 3-day weekend with Easter or Family Day or whatever the hell anyone else had, I get the next best thing, which is all next week. My boss is on vacation and he is uninstalling all communication apps from his phone and he is doing family time. And good for him. I am going to be as lazy as humanly possible. I do not intend to throw a lick at a snake in his absence. I will not fiddle while Rome burns. I do not know how to play the violin. Fuck you. I am in the point and laugh department. Okay, so we're just getting up over that hump, working in the round, just like normal, just hops up over like it's the end of a round. But it's not the end of a round. We're going on top of another color. So that started. Time to change up. Gonna come up to that light purple. Mhm. And these are all just single crochets. Doing 1 to 1, gonna have the bag going straight up on the sides. All of the horizontal work was done at the base. Again, since we're using worsted weight yarn, especially with this being 90% alpaca, very thick, very sturdy. But again, all your counting is in doing the base. There is no counting anywhere. It's working with what you got. So that's kind of the balls. You could theoretically do designs and start coming up with different things that would cause you to have to count, but you know, fuck it, why bother? You could go through and design a full, what the hell? Okay, so yeah, Velma really likes the pink. Um, let me, there's just these little sections where she's chewed through them. Okay. Sad part was I'm 90% sure that she did it right in front of me. Okay. So we got a new tail there. We're just gonna weave that under too. Okay. So gotta weave that under now. Because the orange cat has no willpower anymore. I guess she's just hit her limit. Either that or she's only good for stream and I haven't been streaming. That's an entire possibility that I hadn't thought of. Okay, so just like with anything, we are going to stack the bodies in the basement and then we're going to bury them. down and over. And again, just doing a single crochet around it. And since it's all the same color, it'll blend right in. Or at least a complementary color would work as well. Okay, so that's good enough. These frayed bits here always give me issues. So I'm going to make sure that I'm in there, spaced right. There will come a day when you will pass away. What will they say? No, it's not just a crappy skein. I watched her playing with this, and she was debating about it earlier today. I think when I got busy, I just stopped paying any attention, and she got opportunistic with it. You cannot blame her. There's evolution involved in shit. She's as good a girl as she can be. What will they say about me? Plus, eventually, it gets to the point of like, which do you like? Which would you rather have, the cat or this yarn project that you have? Well, the cat wins, hands down. That's heavily perforated. It's also a little bit wet. I'm looking. Do I have another complementary color? No. Okay. Let's just be really careful with it, and we will see how we do. Uh, just gotta keep repeating to myself. I love her so much. Well, anytime I have a complaint about Velma, I just sit back and think about it, and I go, well, one, she's a cat. That's what she does. That's what she's supposed to do. That's what she's hardwired to do. And two, at least she doesn't go down to the kitchen butt naked in the middle of the night and steal peanut butter. That's the mark of a psychopath. That level of depravity requires a limbic system, so has to be a mammal at that point. And the feline brain doesn't quite cut it that way. That's got to be simian. So one of the thoughts that I had was just to go with the mix that I have of the Bears singing on the music channel exclusively, just run that all the time and then add to them as I can, but I'm concerned about only having 190. The only reason I'm rethinking that at this point is every time I've talked to someone else who does the same type of thing, when I tell them I only have 190, they laugh at me and tell me they have like 40. So, I don't know. The debate continues. Let me know what y'all think. To treat you right. I think at my peak I was doing 5 a day. But to be fair, those were situations where I was intimately familiar with the song. It's like, "Hey Greg, can you lip sync Black Orchid by Blue October?" "Oh, I've done that at 3 a.m. with tears in my eyes staring into the bathroom mirror." Yes. Oh my god, I did not have any indication. Okay, Blue October Hate Me comes on. Same self-loathing, different flavor. I have to block out thoughts of you so I don't lose my babies in my trapping you to remind me playing movies in my head that make a porno feel like home. Okay, so my first goal is before I take a break, which I'm due for, I'm trying to get at least a visual micro clip of what our color repeat is going to look like. So over here, okay, doing the climb up on the round. Cats. go. Okay, so as a microcosm, you can see that's our color setup. Right now we're progressing from the ivory to pink to purple to cranberry. Now it's going to be distinctive when it comes across from cranberry back to pink. So that's going to be fun to see. Get it dented the right way. And I've got the strap already started for this. For the strap, I just did like a 5 single stitch repeat. In ivory, the same color as this. So I want to say ivory. Is that white? No, that's white. Move my camera again. See, I prefer things with a high contrast to them, but I have to remember that not everybody likes the same thing I do, so I do force myself to do gradients and stuff like that. But truth be told, I'm looking forward to the changeover from cranberry back to pink. One other thought that I had was to throw a wild card in here, which would be to like have the middle row be a color change. Okay. I'm going to get a couple more stitches in on this. And that's going to be good for a break period, I think. Yeah, we'll do one more. Okay, now since I'm taking a break, I don't want to lose any stitches, so we'll extend that loop out to keep any mishaps from happening. And that's where we are now. So we've made almost no progress. That's awesome. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take a break, and I will be back in just a couple minutes. Oh, no. No, BTV went. Okay. Is BTV off over here? Give me one moment, please. There we go. Okay, now I'm just going to go through and make sure it stays all the way through the scenes. Hold on just a moment. Okay, perfect. Okay. And I will burb, motherfucker. And I'm back. Okay, get some hydration going on. So, one of the debates I'm having about the avatars is I'm thinking about just running videos for a while and then remaking all the avatars. Well, all the avatar videos except for the most recent ones and getting them like uniform in sound level and resolution and everything like that now that I know what I'm doing. It's a thought. I could still use the current ones and then just redo them as a project later on and build onto them. They work fine for the jukebox at this point. And we've got an ad going on. A lot of those happening. Twitch got to make their pound of flesh, I guess. Let's see, where is the other one? Missing a window. There we go. No, not that one. Okay. Ah, there we go. Ad still going on, 30 more seconds. I'm working on pink. Pink is going on top of the cranberry. I am liking that contrast. I'm going to get recordings of Hippie listening to music with headphones, and I'm going to use it to summon Sasquatch. I call him Sasquatch because I don't want to call him Bigfoot because that doesn't make any sense to me because all of him is big, and I'm not going to body shame him for the size of his feet. Like I'm pretty sure it's just a dude with size, 38 feet. He can't find shoes, so he lives in the woods in shame, and everybody keeps giving him shit. Like a less successful version of Shaq. There we go. I don't know. I think the root of it with the crocheting stream, the me stream. I think with that, I just need to come to the conclusion that I'm enough, and I keep giving everybody else that same feedback. Time to listen to my own advice, I guess. But in terms of the jukebox, that I want to put out a quality product, so that may involve me doing the videos over again. Also, because we were making the videos based on an ARG that we were developing for that, or for this channel. We had big plans when we first showed up. Make it sound like it was like the 50s or something. No, it was last year, September. And actually, since I'm mentioning all of that crap, I think we might want to talk about some of the important people Um, could you go to a computer and give Crafty a shout out? Secret distro. But eventually, with the Gen X jukebox, it will be all bears all the time. Well, not bears, but avatars. Hippie's giving a shout out to Crafty Lady 2019. Crafty Lady and her moderator Biker Boy start every morning for me. Every morning that they stream, I'm there. Even if I just lurk while working. Um, it's a nice dose of positivity in the morning. I'm slowly coming to the conclusion that there is not a type of crafting she does not do. Let's go ahead and hit. Oh, there's Abijah. Abijah's another great creator. He does sewing. We've made a bear head of him. Very impressed with him as a young man. He's attracted toward what's difficult. He does that first. Love that. Love that about him. Oh, she's just rapid fire. And Biker Boy. Biker Boy is in Greece. He lives near Athens. He is a mod for Crafty Lady, and he does graphic artwork, specifically intended for scrapbooking. But I used one of his pieces as the background for the Gen X jukebox. The musical notes in the background is where I animated one of his scrapbook pages. He is very generous with the licensing on that, and on top of that, he does have a free wallpaper available on his Ko-fi page right now. So if you follow him, jump monkey bar on over there real quick, jump on there. It's really nice. Actually, I have it. Um, in 1 second. Actually, a couple seconds, maybe. I don't know. There we go. Where is it? No, is that one? No. Which browser did I use though? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna stop looking then. Can't remember where I moved it over to, but he made a new one that's like almost like a black granite with scratch marks on it. It's really nice. Um, I would highly recommend them specifically with an eye to using them for overlays or with your scenes here on Twitch, if nothing else. If you happen to be into scrapbooking, invaluable. Okay, not seeing any more of the situations with the come apart yarn from Velma loving on them, so fingers crossed. Just a quick point of trivia, the avatar that's singing right now is nicknamed Kelly. Kelly is a corpse. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to the purple. Now the purple got snagged on my foot and almost came unwound. Much to the amusement of Hippie. But fortunately, it does not look like it went far enough to mess anything up too bad. We're going to get recast. There we go. Oh, wait, this is the one that Velma was loving on, not the pink. Okay. Yeah, she put a mojo on this. I'd just like to point out that Mitch McConnell would be fired if he was a greeter at Walmart. Well, Mitch, you got to say hello to everybody. You can't just lock up like that. Oh. But no, he's running the free country, the free world. That's good. That's fine. He's deciding the laws of the land. I wouldn't trust him to decide on pudding. Okay, gotta avoid the politics. Gotta avoid the politics. But we can put a pause on that if anybody wants to. Which geriatric egomaniac do you like? God damn, they're so old. All right. I'm gonna put a mic on the other side of the room one of these days. Then I'll get complaints about either the whale noises or the cat in the blender. It's so cute. Clover, miss me. I swear to God, if you were wearing the Plague Doctor mask, I'd have put the camera on you. We've got an agreement. She can't be on camera. So she doesn't like it. She was dancing with the music. I don't know where she studied dance, but she's mastered this style that I believe is called 4-year-old. Very expressive. I didn't say you couldn't dance. I just said you wasn't. Talking about that shit like it matters. Yeah, I spent 25 years being a very masculine man, and yet here I am crocheting on Twitch. Mm. My, how the tables have turned. Mm. Why? This song will explain it. Yes. I gotta reshuffle, but I'm doing it after this song. Mm. Mm. Okay. Gonna do the change up. Oh, I really hope it goes without saying I absolutely adore the way she dances and sings along with stuff. It's hilarious. Would not change it for the world. Okay, we are gonna reshuffle actually. Uh, there we go. What do we got? Well, I got a woman way over town that's good to me. That's good to me. Oh yeah. Hey, so I wasn't thinking about it until you mentioned taking a shower. Have you heard of Andrew Tate? We could make some money apparently. I haven't finished reading about it, but apparently there's money involved. Okay. Something it's something about a baseball site or something called OnlyFans. I Have you heard of it? Okay. Yeah, I don't understand. Apparently, if you're the alpha male, she's supposed to just do that. I got to reread that. Making me Starting to make me think that maybe Andrew Tate's full of shit. About one damn business. Okay, so the three-banded bag is coming along very quickly. Yarn management. Get everything unwound, or at least relatively. There we go. And we are back at pink. Gotta feed the dragon. Gotta keep him happy. Let's see. Did that push him up to 16? Oh, so close. This one for the ad. Mhm. Oh, that's cookies. He like cookies. Going downstairs to get some cookies. Then that is level 16. Thank you so much, Tough Cat. Okay. So just to recap, we are working off of a crochet disc to make a 3-banded bag. 3 different starting points, crocheting in the round, no counting, all eyeballing, making it till it looks right. Okay. I'm going to say that's close enough on the pink. Now we got to go back to the purple. Hello. And for those just tuning in, my orange cat decided that the purple looked really interesting and chewed the hell out of it. So we have had at least 2 breaks so far, and it's very early on in the process. So fair warning on that. I'd like to say Velma's very sorry, but she is not. She would like to be sorry, but she's a cat, and that's not in her contract. Three-banded bag. Yeah, I'm gonna get 3 criminals and put them inside this bag. I'm gonna do a Colombian thing and pull their souls out and put it in here. The Santeria thing I picked up. Okay, we have got an ad going for 1 minute and 16 seconds. Oh no. Mhm. She parks her car outside my house and takes her clothes off. Says she's close to understanding Jesus, and she knows she's more. Ah. It is not on March 30th. That happened already. Dragon's full of shit. Next one's actually on the 13th, I believe. Thank you, Tough Cat. Thank you. I'm kind of happy with the way it's turning out color-wise. Mhm. Okay, over to the pink again. And you can see it's starting to do that curve that I was talking about. We are getting that curved bottom. And that should keep most of the white pressed down when it's seated. Trying to prevent that little bit of a lip that I got doing the back row only and adding a shelf to it. So with any luck, I should be able to set up a second computer to run the Gen X jukebox. And if that's the case, then I'm going to have that on as a 24/7 type thing. But I tried it before. It became a little bit problematic and I ditched it, but I've got a lot of notes on it. We'll see. It's one of those stay tuned. because if I can get that taking less time and it's just about creating individual videos for it, then I could actually find time to start gaming on here again. Throwing a shout out over to Gidgy Jack. He does paracording. Lately he's been which game was it? Hold on. Which game? Stardew Valley, that's it. Man, time is just racing by tonight, isn't it? I think I got a little bit of lost time with telling the Fabio Apollo's Chariot story, but man, so worth it. So worth it. That oh, you're the prettiest man ever. Smack. That was my oh, so happy. Oh, the hot chick is coming downstairs to get me to take a break. If only she didn't have a delectable butt. Because she's not the boss of me, but that butt does make things happen. I'm just gonna throw that out there. No, I do not eat the booty like groceries, thank you. Because diphtheria is a thing. Um, it's, ooh, that's not fresh. And of course, I would not admit to said behavior even if I did engage in it. So I have to be sort of coy on the subject, I guess. I've done worse. I'll go ahead and leave it at that. I'll go so far as to say I don't know how long it takes pizza to go bad, but I know when that limit has passed. And I've learned that through trial and error. All right, enough about penicillin pizza. Let me. Yeah, I'll come back to purple. I just got to remember I'm coming back to purple. Leave Velma in charge. She'll fucking chew on all of it. Also gonna see if I can figure out a nice romantic way to ask Hippie to get her bitch ass into the kitchen and make me a pie. All right, we will be right back. We will be right back. And yeah, taking a brief break. Alright, and I am back. And I asked real nice and got hippie to throw 2 frozen pizzas into the stove, so that counts. And that should be my last break, actually, as we enter the 8 to 9 shift. But I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there to chat, especially Tough Cat. With the Gen X TV, do you want to continue to do videos in the meantime while I get things built up, or do you want to go straight for the Bears now? Okay, we've got an ad break coming up. We got about a minute. I'll hydrate now. Y'all guys hydrate, stretch, get circulation going on. Don't need nobody cutting off the toes. Not that fucking interesting. Thank you. And Tough Cat, I was asking, do you think I should just do the avatars singing on Gen X Jukebox for a while, or should I stick to the videos while I beef it out? I mean, you are the target audience. Hmm. I am thinking about doing avatars, EDM, and techno swing as the three types that go on. But you're not really answering the question. Which one do you think that would be acceptable, or do you want the EDM in place while that's going on? Preferences kind of have to be expressed. Mm. Oh, do you think I should do the avatars while I make new avatars, or should I do the avatars and EDM while I make new avatars? Would be the operative question. Would it be problematic just to switch to full avatars all the time? Because it does cause a bit of an identity crisis with people who don't know us. They tune in one day and it's bears, and they tune in the next day and it's actual videos. I'm going to put a mic in the kitchen. I swear to God. It's like the next sequel in the Conjuring series, The Tone Deaf Demon. Love her so much. All right. It's more of a question of which one do we do in the interim? And your answer was I like both. Okay. I was just worried about you getting bored with the selection. Again, there's only 190, and if they cycle through 24/7, there's going to be repeats a lot. Oh, and did you want like the Light Bright commercials and the Tootsie Roll commercials in there too, or no? They were more for the old concept, I think, but I wanted to find out what you wanted. I don't know if they're cute enough to carry the day on that. See that this is valuable feedback. So in order to finance the compound that I'm thinking about, just to define what I'm thinking about for the compound, we buy a summer camp and then we just live in it year round. And we do like the Hype House did on YouTube, and we just all everyone who lives there streams on Twitch. Um, we'll be doing a self-sustaining community, so it won't really matter that much if we don't make a lot of money. And then we call it the Middle-Aged Manor or the Honorary Acres or something like that. And now to fund this, important detail, I don't have any money. This is a situation I'm used to, but you know, we can work around that. What I'm thinking is if anyone knows both Mitch McConnell and Kevin Spacey, we get them together telling them that we're going to make a documentary and we're actually going to make a low budget porn. Now, I figure what'll happen is Mitch McConnell will zone out into space while he's talking, and then without thinking about it, sheerly off of instinct, Kevin Spacey will spring into action and rape him. So there's no lose on that situation for us because we've got it on videotape. That's at least blackmail money, but I would put forward the most guilty pleasure porn of fans only history. That's I almost failed ethics in high school. I mean, in college. I need to throw that out there as well. Figure the moment Mitch McConnell starts like getting a little bit distracted, Kevin Spacey will immediately assume that someone slipped him a Mickey and dive on it like a gimme. Oh, hey, buddy, I used to play your job at a show called House of Cards. Do you want to lay down? Mm, uh, there we go. Okay, we're gonna change back over to the cranberry now. That is coming right along. Cannot be displeased with that. I'm almost terrified. Hippie went into the kitchen to make frozen pizza, and I've been hearing things reorganizing through the shelves ever since. I'm a little scared. I'm gonna go in there. There's gonna be a large inflatable unicorn or something. She did go to Lowe's recently. I would not be stunned to see a 30-foot skeleton on his hands and knees in my kitchen. Okay, and we are back at the bank. Now this is going to be a very deep bag, but yeah, I'm kind of happy with the color combos the way they're coming out. Oh, here she comes. It's Miss Too Good for Everyone. Since 7th grade, mean as a snake. Not just some pretty girl, she's muy fuego. She knows it, she ought to. She's told at least 10 times a day. But let's look inside, nothing but poison air. Blackened heart, Bailey beats blue blood throughout her facade. Thinks she owns the world, treats people badly. Someone should take a stand, someone should tell her she's awful. But not me. Not me. Though someone should tell her she's awful, but not me. Not me. 'Cause I think that I might have a chance. Now I'll do things for you just like the other guys. Debase myself in the tragic hope that it will make you desire me through my obedience. What have you made me become, and why don't I feel shame? Really no trouble at all. Yeah, I'll help you move into another man's house. Just remember I'm always there in a pinch, shoulder to cry on or possibly kiss on the mouth. Let me buy you drinks, overpriced flavored martinis of various sizes and so many hues. I'll hold your purse. I'll just wait here then while you talk to that guy. I guess I'll just look at my phone. Oh, you're back again, still looking hot as hell. Now you've made a friend. Hello, my rival young suitor. Good luck to you. See, she's the devil, and Satan's got perfectly toned abs and Roxy cup. All is wrong, but not me, not me. Though someone should tell her she's awful, but not me, not me. 'Cause I still think I might have a chance. Um, in my heart, I know I failed you. But you left one you know. A little loud. I'm just. She liked the five finger death punch. And that's pink. Now we're going to go back. Do the flip for yarn management. Okay, let's get this sorted out. Okay, it's starting to get a bit tangled, so. There we go. Okay, we are all untangled, and we are working on purple. So there's the pink, there's the cranberry, there's the purple. We are coming right along. That roundness should start laying down soon. There we go. Alright, so we're moving from the purple to the cranberry. Okay, we've got an ad coming up in 51 seconds. You get those battle stations. If not, try to remember to hydrate and everything. I'm going to do that as well. Hydrate. Ah, and the don't murder people juice. And welcome back from those ads. Thanks for sticking around during them if you get them. untangle and back to the pink. That is coming right along. Gonna be a nice big bag. Here we go. I can't take that right now. I got about 20 minutes left. And don't set it there. That's where the cats go. They're gonna go there. Or just set it in the kitchen. I'll get it. Thank you. I'm on fucking stream and she's handing me food. What madness is this? This is a bag. Let me give you an example. This is a smaller version um, that I made earlier. Well, made another day. And we are in the process of making a larger version that I'm going to put a strap on. I got to watch my language. It's an 18 and over channel, a strap on. And also, just to keep you updated, Green Bear, we're doing the whole music channel on a separate channel now. So this is just going to be me crocheting and gaming and doing whatever. And speaking of which, let me get you a shout out for everyone who's here. For the uninitiated, this is the nicest man in show business. Um, let's see. There we go. The thing about Green Bear, go to Green Bear's stream, especially if you have any kind of love for actually playing the game itself, because he has a lot of knowledge on how games have evolved over time, and he can usually tell you things both in the storyline and outside of the storyline of most games. It really enriches the process for you. Plus, he's really friendly, really great to watch on stream. He's playing Warframe a lot lately. He also plays City of Heroes, from what I remember, and I've seen a couple of discussion uh, uh, streams that he's been in that have just been very enlightening. But another thing about him that I really like is sometimes when I'm gaming, if it's a game I'm very familiar with, I'll act like I'm doing a speed run on it or like I have something else to do. Green Bear actually plays the game. He wants to know what the mission is he's in. He reads what's going on for the stream. He lets them know what the story is because that's part of it, and he has a love for the 3D effect of the game, um, from story to graphics to how it works. It's really something that improves the game that you're playing. He also has a very obscure knowledge of pop culture that matches my own, and I must bow to him. Not saying I couldn't defeat him in a pop culture challenge, but in a pop culture challenge, defeated male leaves, and I don't want to go anywhere, so I'm not going to risk it. There we go. Let me get this adjusted here for us. I'm in the swan song of this one. I got about 20 minutes left tonight. I may be streaming this weekend, but I'm going to be working on a new computer for the other stream. And that other stream, let me give it a shout out just in case anyone hasn't followed it. Did I misspell my own channel name? I think I may have misspelled my own channel name. Yeah, see, you can't sidestep Green Bear like that. It's like me in politics. He's got something for you. I don't know anything since Atari. Well, they re-released one of those. Let me tell you which cartridges to get. He's got you covered. He is like a historian. Love him by the pound. And I will not make apologies for it. My favorite thing about him, and actually, if you watch it down here, let me figure out where my hands are. Down here, I'm gonna say when it comes up, but Green Bear actually comes up here. This is our snake oil salesman. All right, so this guy's our snake oil salesman, and that's the hat that I made hippie. No, that's the one I made tough cat. That's the professor. Of course, it's gonna come up forever from now. Um, maybe next. No, that's hippie's hat with hippie with the plague doctor mask. I made a bear head of the green bear. He was the first one that I wanted to do of a real person. There's the strawberry that we did last month. And octopus. Yeah, it's gonna cycle through everybody else first. Isn't that always the way? So there's Abijah. I've been mispronouncing his name for a month. Um, he's another streamer. He sews, so I made a version of him. Emotional support goblin. So it's getting into the glow in the dark stuff now. It'll probably show up. The thing with the green bears, uh, bear head is his was the first one to have a glow in the dark accent, which I put glow in the dark glasses on it. It's one of my favorites that I've done. God, it must have just flashed up when I started watching for it. It's cycling through. It's going random. No, no, I'm not awesome. I'm easily bored and I learn fast. It adds up to a very, very, very fancy veneer. But Green Bear, I'm going to tell you, underneath that thin veneer, it is just another thin veneer. To be honest, I don't. You know what? Let's go ahead and quit the dumb shit. I'm not going to flash up for just a couple of seconds. Let me. February. Where's the static picture of it? There we go. Boom. Okay, so there's one shot of it. I'm going to go ahead and do it with the glasses up too. And that's what I did for Green Bear. Now, the character that I based this off of has gloves, if I recall right, that actually manufacture things for him when he's interacting with things. So he actually had um, canon storyline things with that. But since I don't do bodies, I couldn't factor that in. So in my head canon, I decided that he had glasses that could, help him detect things and scan things for their composition. And I did it with glow in the dark yarn, and it is actually dark enough to the point where we can see the effect of it. Where is Green Bear? Green Bear's all the way over there. I will be right back. We will kill the lights and show you Green Bear stuff live. That'll be a nice way to cap off the stream, I think. We will grab the ghost and the Green Bear. I also patterned the mohawk and the mustache and beard after his character, so that was pretty badass. It turned out really great. I haven't been able to make another mustache and beard combo look proper though. So let's go ahead and remove these guys. Okay. So we've got this. I've got a black light here, which will immediately charge this up and make them glow. We are going to kill the light. Hold him down here in the dark. In the darkness. Then we're going to get his eyeglasses charged up. I just love that so much. Like I'll be walking through the house at night. Like, oh, what's that over there? Oh, that's the green bear. So that's the green bear. Another one that I did the glow in the dark thing to test it out on was this. This is I've decided it's it's a ghost of a mummy of a turtle. Um, the base here is green. I'll turn on the light in a second so you can see it. But this is the most glow efficient one that I've done because all of the yarn on it, both for the texture and the overlay, is glow in the dark. So I'm gonna put my thumb over it and then charge it up. And then when I move my thumb, you can see where my thumb was. So yeah, I've played a lot with this. Yeah, and it's just like what's really fun is let me get my light back on here. Actually, before I do, I'm going to show you one other thing that's really fun. This is some Dayglow stuff, just some bright color stripes that I got from Amazon. It's from the Red Heart design, and it's meant to be garish because it's got the neon yellow and everything. When you subject this to the black light, it glows. So that's something that I'm going to be having some fun with. I'm thinking of since there's sections of it that glow, sections of it that glow a little bit, and sections of it that don't glow at all. I'm debating like a shawl because I've got like 4 or 5 skeins of this. So a lot of it is just figuring out what works cool. Now this is when it's actually done onto something. Here we go. Easiest way to see that. And I've got what I've got and I'm holding up is a black light. So it when it looks all like it's, bright as day, that's the best indicator I think is when it's down here. And this one is I believe this one is going up on the raffle. Oh, that's yours. Never mind. I'm going to be making another one of these for the raffle. So I stand corrected. I stand. Oh, she was. No, that's not that's not for the public. Thank you. Oh, she's just stating her case clearly as she knows it. All right, I support that. I support. Glad you like it. All right. Um, so we've got some fun stuff coming up on the horizon. Um, I'm very blessed at this point because I've had a lot of support. I haven't been streaming lately because I haven't been crocheting a lot for me. I've been crocheting a lot for the average person, but I crochet at work while I'm doing other things and can't stream. But the um, the music station, the music stream has taken a lot of priority lately, and that's because I'm getting it up and running. With any luck, I should have that set up on its own computer by the end of the weekend. I have decided that I am committing to Thursdays and Fridays for streaming during this time slot. Um, let's see. I'm thinking about that Atari emulator too. That's actually opening me up to I'm thinking about all the games that I'd like to play on Twitch, but I don't know how much interest they're in, and I don't know if that matters to me at this point. Anyway, a lot of decisions to be made. Um, It's gonna take me about 30 minutes before I throw the Gen X jukebox back up. Um, so, if you see it up there and you decide you want to listen to some music or lurk, that's cool. Moon Patrol, yeah, mm, everybody had their game. I liked Robotron. Robotron was my jam because it had the dual joysticks. Um, but I didn't have an Atari. I had a Commodore VIC-20, so I got the off-brand games on everything. That and Missile Command was pretty good. Pole Position was pretty awesome. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and find someone to raid out to, but I will be modding for Hippie Stream during this time period on Wednesdays. And on Thursdays and Fridays, I will be here and streaming. And the aside from those times, if I'm not streaming here, Gen X Jukebox should be up. And if you have any suggestions, please don't hesitate to let us know because, you know, a lot of it's ego driven, but a lot of my ego depends on if other people like it. So there really are a lot of good collections on Steam. That's the thing. I've got more games on Steam though, just off of going to Scoobaloo's stream and winning games. I've got like 10, 15 games I haven't had a chance to even open yet. I've got a list, but we're gonna get to the point. We're gonna get to the point of doing them all, even if it goes into my retirement. I believe this is true. We are going to retire and play games together the way God intended. Um, yeah. I, I I I believe if we were not meant to play games into our retirement, we would not have full limbic systems. That being said, let's take a look who's on. Uh, let's see. Well, I usually like to go for crafting, so let me go for Kim for the day. Kim for the day is a sweetheart of a person. I follow her stream a lot. She's just getting started. She has a high production level stream. So we're gonna go over and show her a lot of love. That's Kim for the day. Once you get over there, give it a couple of seconds, and then remember to refresh your page so you count as one of her viewers. Let me get that cooking here. There we go. And Kim is another one of those who people who just I think she knows how to craft everything. I've seen her do crochet, cross stitch, knit, game. She's the daughter my mom always wanted. So let's go ahead and show her a lot of love and say hey and see what's good. Okay, let's rev it up. Whoop whoop. All right, three ready to raid, ready to raid, ready to raid, ready to raid. Are y'all ready? Do you feel the energy? Is it electric? Is it electric? Let's show her the love. Give it all to her. Give it all to her. There we go.